This is everything I know about anxiety. Alright, I got music on. I'm playing Desire by Semville on my headphones. It's just playing, I'm in a vibe. I got the sun right in front of me right there. It is shining so brightly at me. I've got this mic right here, DJI Osmo Pocket 3 recording me, this mic recording me. Got this lovely bag of you know, I don't know what it is made of, but I got this lovely bag in my travels when I was backpack traveling in India, Himachal, and I got stuck there in the mountains because there was landslides and there was flooding and we got stuck. So we basically had to like climb out of there. But this is that time. Like I bought this in that situation where we were stuck and there was a retail store there and that's where I got this. But coming back to anxiety and what I know about that, like all these things that I mentioned, just about my life right here, right now, the Himachal, the flooding, the landslides, the being stuck, these were just life experiences. And right now, I am also having a life experience. And for a long time, I struggled with anxiety. And I was identified or diagnosed with generalized anxiety disorder. And that's when I started getting medication for it. I was on Zoloft. It's an antidepressant that, it blocks the serotonin receptors within your mind so that more happy hormones, the serotonin, the happy hormones, the feel good hormones that our body produces, doesn't go back, but whatever's produced, it goes pushed into my body so that I can grow and be happy more because there's just more natural happy hormones in my brain. And, you know, before taking Zoloft and after taking Zoloft, like, there was almost no difference, but at the same time, the difference was so huge. And what do I mean by that? Because before I got diagnosed, I just thought, oh my God, like, why do I have all this anxiety? Like, it was just normal. I just thought it was normal to have anxiety. Like, everybody has it, like, that's what I thought. Because to me, I had been living with it for like 10 plus years, where it's like, I'm just anxious all the time. But what happened is that in those 10 years, because I am such a growth mindset person, I'm so open minded to learn and I want to become the best I can be. I want to grow. I want to get bigger and stronger. What I was doing throughout that time was just improving, yet having that bottleneck, having that anxiety holding over me. And for me, I did everything I could to like pass over that hump and be like, yo, no more anxiety, I'm good. I thought going to India was going to heal that for me. I traveled backpack traveling in India. I went on a road trip in India for a whole year. And I thought that is going to change the anxiety, that I'll lose it. But it didn't happen. I still had the anxiety. What did happen was that throughout the time, I became really good at understanding myself and my anxieties. I was also trading professionally for Maverick Trading, and I still am, but trading was bringing out all the anxiety. It was bringing out all my flaws and everything. And so I was constantly doing shadow work and improving myself and still always dealing with anxiety, always making my anxiety better or trying to or working towards, mental health and peace and just calmness and meditation and everything under the sun, until I was suggested to see a psychiatrist and get on medication. I thought medication is not good. Like, that's the last thing I wanted to do. And I honestly never even thought about it. I never thought that I have a mental problem. I just thought that You know, this is normal. Like, anxiety is normal. Like, man, I just have it. It's like I'm in a restaurant, I'm sitting with friends, and I'm eating, and I can't eat because I'm so anxious. And when I do eat, I'm just puking the food out. And it's like, that's normal. And they're laughing at me and they're making jokes and fun, and I'm okay with it because it's like, damn, dude, there's literally nothing I can do to change this. I've done it all, I've tried it all. I just don't know what to do about this. And before even eating, I would just puke. Not wanting to go to, friends and gatherings and meetings because it's like, dude, I'm just gonna puke the food. I can't even sit and enjoy the meal because I'm just too anxious. And so I thought maybe I have social anxiety or something. So I would go to clubs, I would go to bars, and I would talk to women. I would, talk to people, talk to strangers. I would do everything that I was afraid to do in an attempt to get rid of anxiety because I thought I got the anxiety from fear. And I don't know. I just I just thought that if I could make myself better, the anxiety would go away. It just never did because the anxiety was always there until I got medicated. And then I realized, holy, like, whoa. So you mean this whole time I was living under an anxiety induced state, which was just so normal for me that it just became my normal. And when I started the medication, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is not normal at all. Like, wow, I was happy. I am happy. And I'm like, oh my goodness. So is this what normal people live like? Like, they're just normal? They're just stress free and anxiety free and they can just live, go about doing their daily activities without worry and anxiety and stress and, I don't know, struggle. And so I'm like, damn, it's really, really nice. But the fun thing here was, because this whole time the anxiety was completely out of my control to change. I could not change it because it was just biologically hardwired in my neurons. Like, my brain just had a anxiety pathway. And after medication, and my medication process was relatively quick too, because I had already been doing all the things, all the steps, all the protocols and techniques needed to improve mental health, to improve emotional states, because I needed that as a trader. And so that was making me a very, very strong human being who was battling anxiety that was completely out of his control just because his brain was wired that way. And so once medication starts, my brain waves are being completely straightened out, basically. And that's because I've been doing this for so long. And now that medication was working as a bridge, making something that's so hard, it was making it clay so I can mold it. And I've been molding for so long that it was so easy for me to mold. I was just a master to mold my brain into what I needed to be. The confident me, the easy me, the one that's recording these videos like it's no issue, like I'm a million YouTube subscriber count. Easy, easy. It's like the brain has completely shifted because I shifted it consciously. I made deliberate efforts to shift it. And once I fixed my problem, which was something not in my control, which was just a constant state of anxiety, boom, I was fixed. And I'm so thankful for it. But that entire experience, decades of anxiety living, have really taught me a lot. That's for sure. And I just want to focus on the good stuff. So let's just focus on what it's taught me, Anxiety's taught me, like, yo, it's okay to be anxious first and foremost. And sometimes it's not even your fault. Sometimes, for me, maybe I was traumatized as a kid. I might have been traumatized as a kid where something so traumatic happened to me as a child that pain, the anxiety, the fear, the uncertainty, the instability, the, you know, lack of grounding as a child stayed in my body. It stayed in my mind. It's so ingrained that I literally needed medication to be that final puzzle piece that really gets me complete and whole.
I've launched a platform, a community where I am actively active every single day inside the community, posting a whole lot of value, sharing whatever I'm doing in the trading world, whatever I'm doing in the YouTube space, whatever I'm doing in my other digital businesses. And so I'm just sharing everything, all my thoughts, all my feelings, all my emotions. And I want to create this place where everybody else can do the same. I want to make new friends. I want to have people around me that are on the same growth journey. They're building their businesses or they're following their dreams and they're making whatever they want happen. And they're growth-minded, they're open-minded, they're open-spirited, and they just believe in uplifting each other, just like I do. And so that's the community I am building. I want you to be part of it. I want you to help me build it. I want to get your feedback, your suggestions, what you want in the community, what you want to see, what you don't want to see, the kind of people you want inside. And I'm taking all of it. And I'm just building whatever you want. And so go check it out. Links in the description. And I'm so excited to build with you and grow with you and become lifelong friends. Because I'm usually in my room. Online business is just laptop, and it's most of the time really lonely, or you're just alone a lot. And so I would love to be part of a tribe where I can wake up and instead of going on Instagram or YouTube, I go to my community and see what's up, what everybody else is up to, and have this camaraderie and just growth. All right, I got a bunch of free value inside already. I have a booklet on how to become a professional trader, basically, and I also have a YouTube strategy, my trading strategy, in there for free. I want you to come on in and also start giving your knowledge and expertise and experiences away for free, because that would be so awesome. That would be just everybody winning. All right, see ya. Next one.
I know that anxiety is a terrible thing, and I wish it upon nobody. I don't want anybody to have anxiety, because this shit is fucking terrible. I hate it, hate it, hate it. It's like, it's a curse, man. It's a curse. Like, you need to get rid of that anxiety no matter what, and you need to do it soon. Soon, if you have it. And if you don't have it, man, consider yourself lucky, because, man, anxiety is torture. That's what it is. It's mental torture inside your head, and nobody even knows about it. Nobody even knows. So nobody even cares. And that's the worst part. That's the worst part, that nobody even cares. Because nobody can really help you. Nobody can. Only you can. Only you can. It does help to have some support system around you. And yes, it does help tremendously. But when you are in that place of anxiety, I know how difficult it can be to get support, because that in itself is a skill. The receiving of help is a skill, and that takes training. Giving help is the same way. It takes training and it takes skill. And the better you can get at receiving, and better you can get at giving, the more you just become natural as a human being. You just get more into one with your nature. And yeah, so anxiety it can teach you a lot. It definitely taught me a lot, but it's not something that I want anyone to go through. Anyone. I just don't want anyone to go through it.